What is it? Let's see what we got here. Let's see if we can get the federal building name in this picture.
Harmon. Harmon Sheriff.
Oh, is this unlisted? I hope it's not unlisted. It should be. It should be good. Dude, check if I'm live. Can you check if I'm live?
No.
Oh, here we go. I got someone watching. It just took a minute for someone to come in. Hey, what's up? Okay. Hey guys, welcome in. We're here at the Norris Cotton Federal Building. I'm here with Press NH Now. And this little guy. Harmon. And I'm sure the security's still here. And I'm also here with Dave Ridley. Check out the Ridley Report on YouTube, guys. Ridley Report. No, I'm sure they're here, though. And there he is, Dave Ridley. I've been following Dave for a very long time. At least, I think 2009 I caught on to you.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty sure. Oh no, maybe even sooner. I don't know, did you go to the recount at all?
I haven't been to any recounts since 08, I think.
Yes, that's the one I'm talking about.
Really?
That's where I think we first met.
Where I interviewed Secretary Gardner, Secretary of State.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny how he's not the guy in your picture. Right?
He's not?
He is bald, and he is Secretary of State, but he doesn't mind being interviewed.
Oh.
So he was pretty.
He just always looks grumpy, though. He just has that grumpy look.
He's kind of a bureaucrat, but he's very respected, for being fair.
Really?
In terms of elections and so forth.
Well, I don't think that was very fair. What happened in 08?
With Ron Paul?
In Dennis Kucinich. It was Dennis Kucinich that paid for the actual recount. He paid $2 million for the recount because he thought he was discrepancy. Right, but all the Ron Paulers were rooting for Ron Paul when that happened because we thought it was, rigged, and I think it was. I witnessed the counting. I wasn't able to. It wasn't my job to determine if the votes were actually legitimate. I just had to count them.
You were in the recount in New Hampshire?
Yes.
Wow.
That was my first act of activism ever.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I was with Lumpy. You know Lumpy?
Yeah, he's still active. I think he's living in Keene area, sort of.
Yeah.
Or at least he's there a lot.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, he was at my place today.
A lot of freedom fighters are out of Keene now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the hot spot.
I know.
That's why they're taking him down. Oh, the wrong way!
Watch out! Watch out!
Wrong way! Turn around!
They're continuing
Idiots.
to go.
Idiots.
Oh my God.
I can see how this is like a thing, though.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Idiots.
Dude,
They're gonna
I
get in
used
an
to
accident.
I used to do it.
Someone's gonna. Are you
There you go.
they're not dead.
Dumb broads. Oh my God.
One way. See my piggy? Harmon?
Oh, okay.
We just came. Well, we just ate, but before that, we were at the Sununu Youth Center, whatever it is, the detention center.
Okay. Oh,
And-
thank you for doing that.
Yeah,
Dude, they
because the
were-
big news recently. You heard?
Yeah.
We were there
Oh
for
my
3.5
God.
hours. They ended up putting trespassing signs on both entrances when we left.
Yeah, they put the signs "No trespassing" while we were there.
Went in there and had your cameras, did your usual First Amendment thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were
Okay.
trying to have us leave the state police. It was 4 state police, 2 Manchester PD.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like we weren't looking at windows and shit.
So
You
a
know what
lot
I
better
mean?
than what I was able to get. I went over there in 2012 roughly,
Yeah.
and I tried to get some interviews, but I didn't try to film on the grounds. I figured I was inside a jail. It's
Yeah.
not where I'm gonna make my stand.
Yeah.
But I knew they'd say no. But I'd ambushed interviewed a senator
I know you're good at that.
Earlier that day, right? And I was like, hey, the problems at the City News Center and stuff like that. I was asking him all about these problems. He's like, well, why don't you go to the City News Center? All right, I guess. Okay, yes, I'll call your bluff. I'll go.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
we
I
got
knew
Manch
I knew
PD
I
right
would-
here, guys.
I knew I wouldn't get anything.
Is he gonna pull over? It looks like he was moving over to pull over. Oink oink.
He just flick you up.
No, but here's the guy from my Thanksgiving special.
Dude, here's this guy you need to download his speeches from YouTube and listen to him.
Okay.
Ivan Yorovich.
What is it again?
Ivan Yorovich.
Ivan Yorovich.
Ivan Yorovich.
Ivan Yorovich. I can't say it.
You're saying the last name correctly.
Oh.
You're saying it more correctly than I am, actually. So,
I'm putting the sling on
Yeah,
it.
he's got the accent.
he's the guy most commonly credited with stopping the Slobodan Milosevic. You remember the Slobodan Milosevic?
Yes, but like, what was the deal with that?
So they had this textbook. They had this textbook civil disobedience uprising around Serbia. Really short.
Textbook.
It was perfectly done.
Yeah.
2000. I don't think it took much more than a year. They did all this funny stuff. You know, they had jokes. They would lay it up. They were practical jokers, right? I don't think all of them lived through it, but they were practical jokers. And he went on to advise the Egyptian revolution before it started.
Oh wow.
So these Serbian activists were sort of the key.
They see something that we're not. This kind of thing. You trying to say?
Well, I think because they had a more desperate situation, they had more people.
Gotcha.
They were also pretty well organized, but what did they have that we don't, other than numbers? I'm not sure. They were funnier. They were funnier than
Well, France has outraged farmers right now.
outraged farmers.
You see what they're doing? They have their tractors roaming through Paris and knocking down telephone poles, going smashing through fences, going after the government buildings. They haven't smashed the government building yet, but they're bound to do it.
It would be better if they probably weren't smashing telephone poles, actually.
Well, they're doing it to block the roads.
That would be also better if they didn't do it.
Well, they're blocking the roads because the police, you know what I'm saying, it's slowing the police down. And the police are basically just going like this as the tractors are coming at them.
They're not the only ones that use the roads.
I know, but it's like government center. It's not like a high traffic spot, easily avoidable kind of thing.
Okay, well, that's not too bad.
Like if this right here shut down, everyone can go around easily. It's not like they did it to a highway. I'm not saying it's appropriate. I'm just saying that it's kind of like they're so outraged it doesn't even matter anymore. But when I was in Providence, Rhode Island, and they were shutting down the highway, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I did not encourage that at all. And as a reporter, I stayed away from the highway. Some reporters are like, well, I'm just following the protesters. And I'm like, don't do that, because you're encouraging them. You're putting them in the spotlight. You're giving them, the wrong attention.
Yeah.
I would just film the incident, not be part of it, kind of thing.
So do you remember the name? Is it stuck in your head?
Who? Even Yogorovich.
Yeah, I had heard it a few times.
Yeah, it's not something that I can just remember that easily.
Well, I should email it to you.
You're on Signal
Listen to
and
his
Telegram.
Speeches. That guy is a scientist when it comes to civil disobedience. And I think I learned a bucket.
Okay.
I learned stuff from him that I think could change things.
Isn't there? I'm thinking it's the guy that I'm thinking of. If it might be the same guy I'm thinking of. Does he have his channel name or something else?
I don't know if he has a channel.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think he has
a YouTube. You said YouTube.
He gives speeches. He's the guy. Maybe seen that picture of where they're using a guy as a battering ram to bust into a government building or something.
What?
They're smashing his head into the.
Oh, really?
These people were hardcore. Yeah.
Wow.
So he's got this huge grin on his face, and they're smashing his head into the.
What?
And that's how they got into the building or something.
My God. I'm just gonna see what my chat's saying real quick. Yeah, second, guys. Guys, this is Dave Ridley. Go to Ridley Report on YouTube, right? How's it going?
What's going on here?
Freeing the Crypto 6 peaceful people put in jail because they want to use crypto. Fuck the jails. They're terrible. They don't do really any good. All right, sorry guys. I had to juggle my stuff here. How you doing, Missy Love, Brian Butler, LT man, yo, what up? Much love from Chicago, thank you. Rob L. Ask Dave Ridley about Carl Lentz.
Carl Lentz. I interviewed Carl Lentz in 2012, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. He's.
I don't know who he is.
He's like sort of he has legal theories, and he talks about them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. It sounds familiar, especially
They've
reading
done
it.
Some stuff. He says he's used these legal theories in jail or in courts to help get people out of jail.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about News Now New Hampshire says Dave Ridley. I haven't heard that name in a long time now. How's he doing? How you doing?
About the same.
About the same, guys. There you go. You heard it from the source.
My YouTube channel is not doing the same.
Oh yeah, tell us about that, because that's kind of news.
20,000 hits a day down to more like 100.
Ooh, I'm so sorry. I kind of felt that hit too in a way.
Maybe 2,000 if you count all the 2,000 videos.
Yeah.
In total, they get 2,000 hits a day. But
Okay.
Yeah, I just keep getting shadow banned and messed with.
Sure.
And forbidden from uploading and.
And you're completely demonetized?
I was never monetized.
Oh.
Yeah.
You should try.
No, I mean, there's no hope with YouTube. I mean, until YouTube is bought out by more pro-freedom people or something like that.
Well, just apply for monetization. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
You get a Google
There's
Sense
a
account. You
problem
can
with
make
that.
money. You know.
There's a problem with that, and that is you have to commit. You have to make tax statements. You have to,
Oh yeah.
You have to make false statements essentially, or like
They take a lot of the money out of
it
it
looked
too.
to me like I would be making false statements if I was to move any further forward than I
I
tried.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I tried to move forward. Maybe around 2011 or so.
I get what you're saying on that. It's just Google money.
Well, if you stop and think about it, so we've had.
What's up, Mega Webs? Southern Northeast. How you all doing? Go ahead. Sorry.
It's
Sorry.
your channel.
I know. You were talking. I interrupted you.
So there's this huge. Okay, if you think about it, all different kinds of things are happening that indicate that the walls are closing in, right?
Oh, yeah.
So this mask thing, the COVID thing, China's on the warpath. The election seems iffy. There's been all these riots, and then it gets harder and harder to get your video seen on YouTube. BitChute is not working correctly.
No, yeah, BitChute hasn't been working correctly for a long time. I mean,
terrible.
yeah.
But
But
it's
then they're
all-
going after Library.
Yeah,
And that's here in Manchester.
In New Hampshire.
Here in Manchester, guys, Library, LBRY, it's been promoted by a lot of big channels out there because it's a huge competition against YouTube. I got paid a lot from Library through the crypto, and so I'm really appreciative that they've set it up that way and there's no ads.
Well, in Library, they said they couldn't be here today, but I invited one of the guys that works there.
Okay.
He said he's sending me library credits.
Oh,
Thank
fantastic.
us for doing this demonstration.
Oh, cool.
So the other thing that happened, of course, was almost a Waco-style raid on a house in Keene.
Oh, yeah.
To try and arrest a talk show host.
Oh, yeah.
And crypto activists, and they come after as many as 19, somewhere between 10 and 20 locations around New Hampshire to steal ATM.
19 ATM machines, I think, were stolen.
Bitcoin ATM machines they're stealing.
A couple here in Manch, I think.
Then again, just looking at it from the New Hampshire perspective, the White Rosers were arrested.
Yep. You're talking about the sticker pimps.
Yeah, the guys who put some stickers up around City Hall against
Yes.
the mask mandate, they
Yes.
were arrested. They used surveillance video to catch them. There have been 2 people allegedly arrested for trying to enter Nashua City Hall.
What is it again?
Nashua City Hall. Nashua.
Oh, you're talking about the 2 people that went for records requests.
I think so.
They were trying to get records requests and they were arrested.
Right.
I remember that, and I think it
And
was
one of them-
actually it was the same person. I
At least
think.
one of them had an appointment. Maybe one person twice. I don't know.
I think it was the same person
But
twice.
there is this lady named Lori Ortolano who keeps doing stuff down there. Maybe that was her. I don't know. So anyway, there's just all these different things that are happening, and I guess this is it. You know, this is the thing we train for and plan for, and we're supposed to be useful for, right? So I guess we better go be useful.
I would say everything that you said just about now, my audience is very much aware.
Yeah.
I've been sharing all these videos and everything, and as soon as I heard that they were getting raided, I didn't even shower or anything. I just jumped in my car and went.
Yeah.
And I came down 2 hours later. I'm there.
Yeah.
Because I was living almost in the notch.
Well, there was a full week where yours was the only video out there about this.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
You know, it was a big delay in getting the other video.
Yeah, it's true.
It's really good that you.
Yeah, it was the DSLR camera like yours. But yeah, it's sick. You know, even this event, you guys see the fence across the street. It's hard to see. I have to zoom in a little bit. But even here, I came here when the homeless, see the fence there, guys? Temporary structured fence. They had the homeless were living here, and it's state property, and the city wanted them out, so they basically influenced the court system in the state to come in and, you know, trash all their tents, rip them up, tear them up with box cutters. High Impact Flicks share that video, but I came here the night that they were supposed to do it, like that they said they were going to do it, or the ordinance that was posted, right? And it was raining, so I don't think that they wanted to really, you know, make a bunch of homeless people just have to suffer in the rain after that. But they've pushed out every encampment in the city out. Right. But there was another encampment underneath the highway, which might be state too, but because underneath the highway, but they pushed them out too, and I'm like, what the?
Yeah,
hell?
right over there near in the split up.
Yeah.
Oh, you know,
Canal Street.
if they were letting them build cheap houses,
Right.
then they wouldn't have to be homeless, would they?
It's kind of like what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. But they come after people for having these tiny homes. But they don't like the tiny home for some reason.
Right. No, I know, it's sick. Was it Epping? It was Epping, right? Epping, they banned tiny houses.
Well, there was recently on Yahoo News, there was something where they came after a young lady, I think it was on the seacoast somewhere, it might have been Epping, and she was ejected from her own tiny house, I guess, for having a tiny house on her parents' property. She had to leave or something. I don't know, maybe she was able to take the house with her.
Was it on wheels?
I don't know.
If it was on wheels and they have that problem, that's even more of a concern, because it's like, who are you to determine what is temporary or not? And like, not even a tiny house is easily movable. So it's like, I mean, I don't see anyone building strong concrete foundations for tiny houses, right?
It's not the purpose. Well, you got to be able to escape when the government comes and tells you you can't.
Oh, that's what they don't like. They don't like you mobile.
Maybe, but you got to be, or you can't move when they tell you to move.
Well, like the mobile parks or the trailer parks, they're not moving. They don't move, you know what I mean?
But anyway, Yorovich, even Yorovich, the most interesting thing he said was that he says you've got to have 3 characteristics for your movement or you'll fail. You got to have all 3. So the first one's planning. You got to have pretty good planning. You don't have to stick to the plan necessarily. You have to have good planning. The second one is you have to have this thing he calls nonviolent discipline. And the third one is, I forget what the third one is.
Nonviolent discipline. So you're saying you need to have kind of like your head on your shoulders, kind of make sure you say things correctly, kind of thing. I don't know what you're trying to say with that.
Partly, yeah. It's mostly the action that counts. So you want to make sure there's no one actually out there committing violence against people.
Within your movement, kind of thing.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying you can't, defend your house from a garden variety burglar. But as like Gandhi said, you don't defend your house from the government with a gun. You do it with your camera, or you do it with the press, or whatever.
Right, we're outnumbered,
Yeah.
kind of thing. I hope that stays. See, this is what I'm holding, guys. Crypto 6. Free the Crypto 6.
So. I can keep them. I can keep them entertained.
Yeah, you want to take
while
that
you're
side of things?
while you're away from the mic. I can always talk. But yeah, I wish I could remember what the third thing was. But one of the problems is though, and the audience may have ideas on this, and that is that I've never heard a lecture or a description of how a nonviolent discipline is maintained. How can you do that, especially with a decentralized movement that doesn't have any leaders? They didn't. Well, no, good. Well, I mean,
I mean, how far?
a
can
good
that really
lawyer
go?
is not going to make you less violent.
Right.
The problem is, again, it's the sort of the India problem that Gandhi had. There was a lot of violent rebellion in India, in the 40s, and he was trying to stop it, but he couldn't stop it. Right? For some reason, Yorovich, his bunch, was able to maintain. There was never really any major violence against the Serbian government in Serbia. The Serbian resistance was almost entirely, the Gandhi mode. And they brought the whole thing, they brought all those wars to stop, right? Milosevic couldn't invade any more countries after they got through with him. But all that fighting in Slovenia and Bosnia and stuff, 300,000 body bags, that didn't stop Milosevic. It was the nonviolent resistance internally that stopped him.
Wow, that's exactly what we need. I was thinking of running for tax assessor.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
And then walking up to everyone's property and going, oh, this is not my property. It has zero value to me. And
Right.
then walk away. But I got to take a sacrifice because when I go to my property, I have to put a value on it because I think it has some worth to me.
That's a good idea.
Right? How can they deny it? So everyone's not going to have to pay taxes except for me, and hopefully you all help me out later on.
I think that might work. Yeah, that's a good idea.
But I don't know if the state has certain standards on how you have to evaluate.
Okay.
But I think you can also make your own moral judgments and your own discretionary action.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I have all these ideas. I was thinking of changing my name to Valued Customer, and then having all the mail across the country redirected to me, and then start a recycling company.
Okay, yeah, that also sounds fun. That also sounds fun. I can work with that.
Just an idea. Or homeowner, guys. I'm gonna change my name to homeowner, Valued Customer, Resident. I can have multiple names. I guess.
I've heard that has legal implications, though.
Does it?
Well, there's a New Hampshire guy. I don't know if he's still alive. Henry McElroy. He was I believe he was one of the first two politicians sitting in office to sign the Free State Project letter
really?
in 2002. He used to say, the inhabitants. We are the inhabitants. We are not residents.
Oh, I see.
Oh, look at
That just seems like the New Hampshire's a big ass home, and then we're all residents.
yeah.
What's that? It's so great. That's a great thumbnail.
That's nice. Careful. I used to have this idea. It would be nice if we had a YouTuber who shoots still photos, right? Like a still photo version of YouTube, like markreport.com or something like that. And you upload like fuck tons of stills
photos
from what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it doesn't matter that everyone has a camera. No one's using their goddamn cameras. So what happens is, like for instance, when Leverett Street got raided in Keene, there was a guy that got on the scene within 10 minutes. He got good video. He did great. But then after the next day, no one got any pictures of the damage except for one that I know of. There's one bad picture of the damage. And it never occurred to me that no one would take pictures of the damage. Or if they have, they haven't released them. I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah.
So people are still not thinking visually yet.
No. Even with the video, though, you can still take screenshots.
Right, video would have been even better.
Yeah,
if
it
they
would,
got
because
video.
then you can get whatever you want through the whole video. Because that's how I do my videos sometimes, is I'll take a screenshot and I'll make a thumbnail out of it.
Yeah.
Same difference, you know what I mean? It's through the video. I'll just pause the video, take a screenshot, then I'll edit that, make it a thumbnail, and bang.
Do you have the ability to zoom in on your live shots?
Yeah, to a certain degree before it gets blurry. You know?
Okay. That might. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the entire video that you shot at Mighty Moose. I think I saw maybe the first 5 minutes or so. But one thing I noticed that you.
What was it, language?
You probably could. Pardon?
What was it, language? You couldn't listen to it?
Oh, I don't remember why I stopped. But the there was. I think maybe I may have stopped just because it felt like it was all the same shot, wide angle.
Yeah.
And I want to see close-ups. Where's the zoom in?
I zoomed in and out the whole time.
You may have, yeah.
It's a little bit into the video.
I have this vague sense that I didn't get that, but like I said, I only watched it for 5 minutes, so I don't know.
2 days before the raid, right? I filmed a commercial at the Mighty Moose in the embassy, and I basically released it because I was doing it for free Keen.
Okay.
Right. So I was like, "Hey guys, this is awesome, but I just bought something at the Mighty Moose with crypto or with AnyPay." And then I go outside and like, that was freaking awesome. And then the next thing is I go talk to Kurt, Lumpy. Sorry guys. And I go to Lumpy and I say, hey, are you a peaceful loving person? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, I'm a fucking peaceful loving person. And I had a fucking enough of this. And it's like, it makes a point, you know? Like, him and I are extremely effective. I mean, if we just, even today, they put up no trespassing signs after while we're there.
Yeah, they never done that for me.
It's unbelievable. Like, and not saying that that's a good thing, but we're putting them in their place, you know, and making them take action some sort of way that is, okay, maybe they're doing their due diligence and fixing the problem here, right? But the real problem there is the abuse of kids, right? And they don't give a shit about that.
Well, I mean, obviously someone in the government does. They wouldn't have prosecuted those guys.
Hey, when 3 of the staffers came up to us, right? One of them, I asked him, hey, are you abusing kids in there? Right? And he goes,
wow. Did he do that on camera?
On camera.
Wow.
I told the cop, you want to investigate that instead of some cameramen?
Wow.
And then as the staffers were walking in, I said, I put my hand up like this, do you swear not to abuse any kids today? And they just won't say a fucking thing. I don't expect them to say
So you guys
anything.
went right up to the front door?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did a records request.
Yeah.
Here. Nope, that's not it. I think it's in the car. But I requested any and all founded and unfounded complaints.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm asking for them all. I ain't asking for this year. I'm not asking 2 years. I'm asking for them all. You better fucking hand them to me.
Nice.
Hey, I was in Keene a couple weeks ago for, I don't know if you know Pokey, but he supposedly or allegedly he lit off fireworks in the Keene Square.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard about this.
Okay.
So they later, they charged him later that night. They're like, it was you. And it's like, how do you prove all this stuff, right? And so he had court. And I knew he had court because he let us know. And I went to go there to go film. They would not let me in because I don't have court. And they handed me, and they're like, here, call this number and talk to the person on the other end. Okay. And I called the number, and it's a recorded line. I never talked to anyone, but there's a recorded line that says, the only people allowed in the courts are, if you have court, you need to file a motion or the press. Okay? And I was like, yo, I'm going to play this and put it on speakerphone. You just told me to call this number, and it says I have the right to be in here. It's a COVID restriction law, right? Yeah. But so I went in there with my camera, and I was like, and that all happened, and they're like, we're not letting you in, right? They were communicating upstairs and all this stuff. And then I went back out and I called my lawyer. I won't say his name. I called my lawyer, and he's like, okay, go back in and tell him you want to file a motion. So I went back in with my camera, asked to file a motion. So I'm trying to hit 2 out of the 3 things that they said on the phone, right? So I go in and they're like, oh, we're not letting you file a motion. I'm like, what? And I go back out, I call my lawyer, and he goes, go in without a camera now. I went without a camera. Still wouldn't let me file a motion.
So you know it says on the when you call every court, that number that you call for any courthouse in New Hampshire,
Yeah.
it's like a fucking generic fucking number.
Yeah.
If you call it, it says freedom of the press is allowed to go.
Yeah. So
They
guess
won't
what?
allow me in over there at the building over there.
I got all their badge, all their name and badge numbers, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but you're denying me my rights right now. I missed what I came here for. I'm suing you. I don't care. I'm going to straight up say it. Except slide.
Oh, Seth is your lawyer?
Yeah, you know.
Well, it's too late. I
Too
said
late.
it.
Oh well. Oh no.
So Seth is basically my lawyer too, although I haven't needed him in a long time.
He went pro. He's going pro bono on my Manchester case.
Nice. Did you see what he did in my case?
No, what do you do?
Oh, I guess ask him.
Ask him.
Oh, you're not allowed to talk
Well,
about it?
Seth is,
I'm not going into details of my cases either.
Yeah.
But I can say that because I've already filmed it.
Seth is this is great. Yeah.
Sort of. I'm not going to go into details on how we're proceeding with things.
Yeah.
But I don't plan on doing that one for money.
Okay.
I want to be able to just go to the court without being questioned,
Yeah.
and I just say, "Oh, I'm pressed," and then walk the fuck in and get what I need to
They
get.
denied me over on property. It's horrible.
So that's not about money. It's about suing them, maybe taking their badges if that's necessary, because they denied me my rights straight up.
Yeah. One of the problems too, though, is that there's so much going on that, like, I used to be able to cover pretty much everything on talk radio. I'd call talk radio about every interesting piece of Liberty news that happened in a given
Yep.
year. But I can't do that anymore. You know, the pipeline is just getting narrower and narrower for getting information out there. One of the shows went off the air, 7 hours of local programming gone.
What was that?
WTPL's programming.
Wow.
Now they think they've replaced it with maybe something else that's local, but it's harder to call in.
Yeah, you're big on all the radio call-ins. It was awesome. I know you called in last Tuesday. You're like the first caller on Free Talk Live.
Oh, okay.
I was
yeah.
hosting.
Yeah.
I'm on Tuesday nights,
I call
by the
in
way.
a lot, but you know, it's more useful to call the local ones because there you're liberating an FCC tower for 5 minutes, as opposed to, you know, just continuing the Liberty discussion, right?
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. What you're saying.
The
Yeah.
Liberty viewpoint is already getting out on Free Talk Live, so when I call, it doesn't help near as much as calling maybe WTPL.
No, I'm
Yeah.
excited every time you call in. I've been listening to Free
Oh,
Talk Live
nice.
for years, but when I'm like, it's Ridley.
Well, you know, I had an incident where I was I tried to call. I should probably stand about equidistant.
Yeah, I think when the
camera
cars go by, it's
on
hard
the
to
same
hear.
distance
But
that you're at, so that our voices are the same level. But the okay, so I called into this show here in Manchester, right?
Yeah.
A show that does not talk about Manchester.
what?
They're a Manchester show that they have an agreement where they're not allowed to talk about Manchester.
What? Is that like a court order?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
But I guess it's an agreement with, I don't know, the station or something. The
Wow.
host's agreement with the station or something.
Or maybe it
But-
conflicts with another show.
So he wants to talk about the same thing everyone else is talking about, you know, national politics, which we can't do anything about. But I tried to call in and talk about local politics. So I called in. What did I do? I called in and I said, okay, so here's some local news. Okay, Reopening Age has just been banned from Facebook. Some other stuff, and we talked a little bit. He wanted to know how. I guess there was some stuff about foreign languages that came up, and it was just a normal. Seemed like an interesting call. The next caller called in to say how boring I was. And he
They don't
couldn't
know
believe-
you then,
he
that's
couldn't
all.
believe that I was talking about that stuff when I should be talking about the same thing that everyone else is talking about.
They just don't know
It
you.
was some national story, you know, some approved national story. Yeah.
You're gonna read my comments for me?
No, he just
What's up, me the people? I like that
mini
one.
me.
It's more like it should be like me the person, or person's a legal term, right?
I like Me the People.
I like you
That's
too.
a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say, don't put me in that we.
Well, and Breaking the Flaw is also a good name. Yeah. As YouTube names go, those are pretty good ones.
Thank you. I thought long and hard about it. I'm not even joking. I was like, what
Yeah.
should my channel name be?
I just thought of. I'm just like, you know what? I'll just put it out. I don't know.
I was like, who the hell is President now?
I
I'm dead
remember.
serious.
Yeah, I know you were.
Like, who is this guy? He's blowing up, by the way.
Yeah.
Your YouTube channel is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
good,
doing
good.
amazing.
It's really
That's
doing
great.
good.
Well,
Really
you know, as long as there's someone getting the word out, it doesn't have to be me.
Yep. 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 We all work together, man.
I've had my day in the sun. And, you know, it's a lot less fun to do videos than it used to be because
Yeah.
you used to create one file when you did a video.
Yeah.
So you put it on tape and you dub the tape to your computer. Now it tells me that I've come back from an event and I've got 70 files to work with.
Really?
Well, thank you for making me work with 70 files. That's
I do
gonna
everything
be
on my
great.
phone. Everything on my phone.
Dave, can we get some Ridleys on camera? LRN.FM. Feds don't want
there a
you to
question
hear
for you?
that. Yeah, make sure it's
Is
locked because we're gonna break in.
Question for you.
Jesus.
that Manchester PD?
I don't know.
I think it is Manchester. I think that is Manchester, dude.
You know I was being facetious. I wasn't being real. Okay. Just so you're clear,
That was MPD. It is, isn't it? He was probably doing something routine.
not your jurisdiction.
Okay. Anyway, now that I'm running the camera from scratch, this is Dave Ridley here reporting from the Norris Cotton Federal Building in Manchester, New Hampshire. I can't make protests be big, but I can make a lot of protests, and this is number 1 of 5 that we're doing this weekend.
Right on.
I'm here with Joa from.
I hope I can make it to all of them.
Thanks. You're from the YouTube channel Breaking the Flaw.
That's right.
Which now has a lot more hits than I do. Now that I've been-
Well, I appreciate that. Guys, Ridley-O, he's great. Let me see what your comments are saying. Say hi. Me the people says hi. Euban, how you doing? Me the people, I troll massholes. Ah, what's up? I like it. I like the name. They deserve every little bit of that. Missy Love. Conspiracy Media. Yeah, hit that like. Call into Free Talk Live. Thank you, No Life. Or N0LIF3. Fun to Mental. What's up, man? Douglas Masters, F the Gooberman, free Ian, free nobody.
5 of those locations do at least get a demonstration in a relatively timely manner.
Oh, what's up, Mox News? How you doing, bro? Thank you for joining to my channel. Thank you, thank you. You guys know Mox News? Hey, I heard they're raping kids over at Sununu's Youth Center. You might want to go over there and check it out. I'm not even joking, man. I'm not even joking. It's all over the news. You should probably check it out. I mean, that's probably way more of an emergency than continuing to protect your contingency or your money funding system that you're doing right now. It's far more important than locked doors. Go save kids from being raped.
No more locked doors.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna grab
Where you going?
smokes. Can I do a video?
Yeah, that's, aren't we doing one already?
Well, I'm gonna do like
You wanted to shoot one? Oh, it's like an ad.
Free the crypto. Okay, so
What are you trying to do?
make you an ad.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Free the crypto 6.com. I did that on purpose. I hope you like that.
Copyright.
Of course I did, man. You know, Lumpy and I, we would watch you all the time.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
yeah. We were excited to hear the Ridley-O at the beginning. I call them the ads Ridley-O's. Because it's like your own little like slogan or your own little,
Yeah.
like, spin on an ad.
Well, maybe that'll come back at some point. I think I would have to have more hits when I'm giggling these days just by amount of time it takes to make a video.
I understand.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time. This guy right here, geez, you just day and night. Can you hold this thing? I'm going to the car real quick. Thank you.
I'm gonna put this back.
Once all three of us are back, I'll probably try to get a shot of all three of us.
I'm glad that I showed up. I mean, I'm not glad that I'm glad that it's free. We definitely need more people here, though. We need a lot more people in these things. I thought you had set one up in Keene, a protest.
We had one on, I don't know, about a week and a half ago.
Yeah, I know. I went to that one.
Oh, there was someone invited me to go to one of theirs in Keene on, that would have been more like 5 days ago.
I got you.
And I didn't spread the word about that. They did, but it was very last minute.
You talking about at the embassy?
Huh?
It was at the, what is that?
You gonna give me a
called?
ticket for smoking?
I don't know. Is it?
Hey, can you do this for me?
What?
You know, free the Crypto 6?
Yeah.
Question for you. Can you name something that you've done from your position of power to reduce your department's victimless crime arrests?
You checking videos now too?
Here we go, there's another one.
Hey, partner, already did that, buddy. It's called communication.
They just did a security check. I am not lying. On both buildings.
This door's open.
You're such a brat. I know, yeah.
Can you name something you've done from your position of power to reduce the number of victimless crime arrests?
Too much of a hard question, huh?
Maybe simple drug possessions and prostitution you can eliminate.
Because there are none, that's why. You too, buddy.
Stay free, free from government.
We're watching you, buddy. Did he really come over here just to look at the door? What a joke. That was such a waste of, like,
$10.
I mean,
$10 maybe?
cents, yeah, more than anything, in general. Silly. I don't get that. I'm like, this one's open. I really know how to get them, dude. I do, man. I thought he was gonna come over.
All right.
Hey, don't give me no directives. I don't take directives.
He's gonna do like a shot. He's gonna come running over, I think.
Run! You know, we could have came closer.
No, it was a shot is set for this distance.
I was hoping you wear your Chewbacca outfit.
I sold it. Oh no, I gave it away.
Oh.
Yeah, went to a good cause though.
That seemed like a really expensive one too. Like,
Just take the picture. Or are you doing a video?
It's a video.
oh,
All right.
I was just standing there like an
I
idiot.
know. I'm like, I'm gonna take a picture.
Let me see what you guys have to say here. Did you and Press ever get your records from MPD? No, because they can't because it's in discovery.
Yep.
But my lawyer's on it. Don't worry.
I didn't even get a response.
You didn't?
No.
I got a response. It was denied. 1, 2, 3 emails.
Not even a response on mine. Why would they though? You know. They didn't even give me a copy until we ordered pizza and had pizza at the MPD.
Yeah.
We had a pizza party in the Manchester Police
That was
Department.
great.
Because we put in about 12 I'd say about 12 records between 3 of us. And records department was closed. They were closing. Handed off my records, said I want a copy, and they went, nope.
They wouldn't give us
Okay.
copies.
Nope, they wouldn't give us
So
a
guess
copy
who
of our
did it?
records. So
Was
we had
it-
a pizza party until they gave us, and then the chief came down.
Yeah, the chief talked to us and everything.
That's good.
I told him, I said, we're not going to leave until we get a copy of my records.
It's funny. I've always had really good relations with all of their chiefs.
Yeah.
I didn't meet the Jiski.
You know there's a new one, right?
I don't think I met Jiski. There's been 4 since Jiski.
I will. I
the
can't
new
talk
guy-
about that, by the way.
It's fine.
What happened?
That's fine.
So
The new guy, the new chief, he just did a Q&A.
With you guys.
No, he did it on like Facebook and stuff, or YouTube. Oh yeah, I think it was Facebook. But he did a Q&A on it, which was, it's great, transparency.
On what?
Facebook did a Q&A with
Q&A on what?
like a live Q&A.
About what?
Just
anything.
open
Oh, I see.
questions,
Okay,
yeah,
all
public.
right. Okay.
Yeah. And everybody was like, asking questions. It was pretty cool. You should look
That's
it up.
good. That's good.
Yeah. But
hey, I can't
yeah.
talk about it, but you can.
But what?
That
The records?
one.
Oh, the incident?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Okay.
It's on my fucking case, man. It's on
I
my-
know, but like I can't talk about
I
it.
got
So
you, man. Dude, I'm not asking you to talk about it. If anything, I'd tell you not to talk about
I don't want to lose a pro bono
it.
lawyer.
Dude, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I wouldn't either.
I'm taking his wishes.
But,
I don't want to do it.
No, that pizza party was cool, man. Because one of my viewers, we were all live, and he was like, dude, I want a pizza. A couple guys came with paper plates and napkins and a soda.
We had like I don't know 6 supporters show up.
6, 7 people there. Yeah.
Just from all over the
I told him, I
place.
said, look, Chief, I'm not leaving here until I get my records, my copies. At least just my copies. That's it. That's all I want. So Lieutenant came down about, 45 minutes, about half hour after. And when the pizzas came, Lieutenant came down. He said, I'll go in there, I'll look for the copies. I'll make copies of them. And I said, yeah, I wanted copies of my records or I'm not leaving. We had a pizza party and he gave us the copies of records and we left. It's about
Guys-
3 hours in.
Guys, check this out right here. I just noticed it. Check it out. There you go, guys. Now you know what they're all about here at the Federal Building.
And then I'm looking at the guy and I'm like,
All right.
and I'm like, dude, they're not even coming. I'm like, don't even waste your time.
I had another question I wanted to bounce off your viewers.
Yeah.
While they have a chance to text in
Yeah.
response. I'm curious to know what your viewers think. How nonviolent discipline can, or maybe I already asked that question. How nonviolent discipline can be maintained in a movement as things heat up. And also, I guess I wanted to express an idea that I have for doing that I do not know if the activist community will like. I may do it anyway,
Okay.
but I still want to bounce it off people before I start doing it.
Sure, let's
But
hear
the
it.
idea I have is to, if you want to, one way to maintain nonviolent discipline is to issue warnings publicly to anyone who is threatening to harm government officials or government workers. And if they continue doing it after the warning, they are cut off from mail support while they're in jail.
Well, I mean, not that I've threatened anything, okay? I just have cited the law, which is, if they violate constitutional rights under the 1983 Civil Acts rights, right? What is it called? What is it?
What?
1983 law? The color of law. They're, they acting on the color of law.
Yeah.
They're not actually, it's not an actual law, but they're pretending or, trying to say that you've broken the law when you haven't, right? That's under the color of law. And you can see up to the punishment of death, according to federal law. I'm not threatening, I'm just saying that anyone should be careful when the law is very specific in saying these things, that's...
So you're saying that's something that you say.
See,
Yeah,
They used
absolutely.
to enforce that back when they did hangings and back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, they don't even do that anymore.
I'm not calling for raids on buildings. I'm not calling for that, right? Like they tried to do it in D.C. and maybe what they're planning in the future. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that either.
I think it's pointless because they have F-15s, drones, and
Yeah,
tanks.
I'm not really talking about you anyway. I'm thinking more about Rich Paul. He's the poster child for someone who is pretty nonviolent. He certainly hasn't committed any acts of aggression, but he has been repeatedly calling for acts of violence against government workers. And how do we deal with something like that? That is a violation of nonviolent discipline.
Well,
He does it on Free Talk Live all the time.
A lot of
He
things
used
don't
to.
change until there's destruction and tearing. You know what I mean? That's how they
actually
used-
not true.
Well, it used to work back in the day. They used to bounce down city halls and buildings and town halls, and they,
Well, I mean, obviously,
they burn it down.
property-
Look at the White House. It got burnt
attacking
down.
property is not the same.
I
as
don't agree
attacking-
with. No, I don't. Agree.
Was it effective? No, because they just rebuilt it and they still have their tyranny. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily calling for sanctions against someone who wants to burn down a stop sign or something like that. But sanctions may be needed against people who are threatening government workers. That may be needed because things are going to get worse before they get better.
Yes, they
People
are.
are going to start losing their tempers.
It's already started.
And some of the people who have not lost their tempers are going to spew this call for physical violence against people anyway, even if they haven't lost their tempers,
No.
right? So
I don't think anything's
That's
going
gonna
to
have
change
to-
until it does happen.
it's going to have to. Well, I mean, those calls for violence are going to have to be dealt with.
Yes, sir.
Derek says that's a great idea.
They're
Dave.
going to have to start listening to the people. That's why. And
No,
until
I'm not
then-
talking about the feds doing the right thing or the government doing. They're not going to do the right thing
Yeah.
until after we've done it.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Lead
no,
by
yeah,
example kind of thing.
Totally. But what is the right thing?
Sort of, yeah. The right
What-
thing
you know
is
what I mean?
not shooting government officials.
Oh, I agree.
It's not shooting government workers.
I don't agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And
It's a no-win battle. I mean, you do that, you're gonna be hunted down for the rest of your life. You know, I'm just saying that it's ineffective. That, just like when they take one of us out, there's gonna be 10 in our place. Same thing with them. You take one of them out, there's gonna be 10 in their place. That doesn't matter.
yeah.
But I'd rather be on the side that the government is taking down peaceful people, and I don't want to be put in jail or anything like that. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
But when, not that I'm doing anything illegal or unlawful, none of that. What I'm saying is that we need to lead an example, show that there is a better world out there, and we can provide the necessary resources and ideas to get there, and that all they're doing is just taking orders. And so they're getting somewhere because they're tyrants and they have tanks, right? But we have ideas, and ideas are more powerful than tanks.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Yeah.
But
Well, what I'm doing right now is like with Rich. I have never issued a warning to Rich saying, "Hey, dude, you need to stop talking about that stuff because someone's going to go do it, and you're going to be responsible to some
true.
extent."
Yeah,
I've never said that to him. I've criticized. I sent him snail mail criticizing what he's been saying, but I haven't issued a warning to him yet, so I don't feel comfortable cutting him off. So I'm still sending him mail, and I think what I'm going to do is one of my pieces of mail is going to tell him that. I'm not sure.
Well,
I'm thinking about this.
let me ask you: do you think that what the Bundy Ranch incident? Do you think that was a good move?
So what happened there was civilian snipers
Yes.
on nearby roadways painting government agents.
I mean, they had him in the crosshairs.
That was not something I would do, and I think I would probably add some of those people to the.
But was it not effective? I'm just trying to play.
The Bundy Ranch thing was partially effective.
How
So,
about
here-
the occupation of the resource center, the natural resource center that they had?
That seems kind of similar to me to the 1916 raid on the GPO in Dublin.
Okay.
So that ultimately was successful. However, the question is, would they have been more successful if they had done something else?
Oh.
If they'd done the Gandhi thing, would they have in fact been twice as successful? Because Ireland was not a huge. Ireland 1920 is not a poster child for where you want to be.
No. Okay.
The fact that the fact that all the people who got hurt were on the Bundy side, and no federal people were hurt, to my understanding, turned that into a success.
Well, that's not exactly true.
I don't think the federal people were hurt.
Well, no, not the federal people. Lavoie.
Yeah, he was killed, but there were other people that were harmed too. The feds arrested a bunch of people.
Right.
Right. So the good guys, or relatively good guys, took the hits and came out on top in the PR war.
Okay, so
If
you
they
said
had
it was a
succeeded,
gamble. It was a
if
roll
they
of
had
dice,
killed-
kind of.
Yeah, if they had killed or wounded a Fed or a government worker, that's all anyone would ever talk about or remember.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So they got lucky. I think that's the way I look at it.
So, like, all right.
They got
So,
lucky they didn't shoot anybody.
remember the guy? I forget his name right now, but he was a soldier, African American soldier, and he, I guess he killed a federal agent, and he was on the run. And eventually, they surround him in some cabin, and they killed him. They blew the cabin up, or something like that.
Was that the one who
In
was
California?
killing? I thought he killed like local cops or something.
Maybe that's so. I don't
Okay.
know. But, you know, I wouldn't say that was generally effective in his actions, but the PR after, I mean, he died, but the PR in it is that he gained millions of supporters. And it's like, not saying that they supported his actions per se, but it's like finally someone stood up against these thugs kind of thing, you know? And I don't know. I don't want to word it the wrong way. I just want to make sure that people understand that he was doing it to survive. You see, he was doing it
He
to
was
survive.
becoming a sniper to survive?
Huh?
Wasn't that what he was doing? Sniping?
Well, I feel like because he was on the run, he had to do what he had to do.
Oh.
You know, it's like just
you're
to
saying
live.
After they started hunting him.
That's right.
What was the first thing he did that made them start hunting him?
That's a good question. I don't know. Anyone in chat? Can you
I
guys?
can't remember, yeah. I remember something about the case. But there's an important statistic to know that really says everything that needs to be said, and that is that, at least according to Erica Chenoweth, who's the scientist, she's America's civil disobedience scientist, and she says that nonviolent rebellions currently have a 30% success rate in the world, and that violent ones are down to about 13%. And she's only counting the ones that are seeking secession or government regime change.
Gotcha.
And this lines up with so much of what we already do, right? So if you want to be unsuccessful, you hurt the enemy. If you want to be successful, you make the enemy hurt you. And everyone sees it.
Like him. He needs to see it.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know if it's going to really be effective. This good old boy club is just running rampant now. I think they're realizing that we're waking up way too quick, and like the cameras are a powerful tool, and they know that every time they go out there, I mean, they have body cams in Manchester, but it's to their advantage, not ours. You know, it's, you know, they're gonna, you know, they'll say they lost some footage or something, and they'll do whatever it takes to, you know, use it against you.
Well, look at the guy, speaking of body cams, right? Over in Springfield, when I did that video over there, the lieutenant, he actually got sued back in 2009, okay? And now he's under investigation because me and mass accountability, right? Because he was trespassing us off public property. So he's under investigation with internal affairs. Think about this. The same guy that had a lawsuit that trespassed on public property of the police department is also in charge of all body cam footage.
Okay.
Imagine that.
All right.
Wonder how he got that position
Mm.
and why and what he's doing with it.
Well, the main thing I'm imagining now is food. I'm all out. I've been fasting all day.
Oh no,
Yeah.
we ate before we came.
I know.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna go eat.
All right, we're about at the hour mark, so I think that's about it. No?
Yeah.
Glad it could be here.
Well, thank you for being here.
Of course,
man.
of course.
Yeah, and for that great video you've been getting.
Yeah, no problem.
I
It's
mean,
what I do,
geez, it's like me on steroids.
man. You know, it's an acquired thing, you know. So,
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and reclaim the
Yeah.
signs since I will be at all the other demonstrations.
hope you enjoyed my artwork.
Probably could just leave them with you, but
No,
I'll
no,
take
why
up
don't
less
you
space
take
if I
them?
take them.
You take them. I have a minivan, so no big deal.
All right.
And thank you very much, Ridley.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate your hard work
Yeah, man.
and all you've done. Guys, go like, share, and subscribe to Ridley Report. This is Dave Ridley from the Ridley Report, and you can find him on YouTube. He's done a lot of great activism. Oh man, you don't have no idea. I probably followed more of your videos than anyone else on YouTube. It's the truth. I'm not even lying. I'm dead serious. you inspired me to do a
Quantity
lot
has
of what
certain
I've done.
Quantity has a certain quality.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Dave. Have a
Bye,
good
guys.
one. Thank you.
Dave.
Good to meet you, Mark.
All right, buddy.
All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate you. Got your little guy there.
Oh yeah, I can't forget.
Can't
Harmon.
forget Herm. What is it?
Harmon,
Harmon.
Harmon.
Harmon Supreme.
My Harmon.
I'm kidding. All right, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night. We're gonna be going live again one more time until we see some police action. And stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. Peace out.